Minority can be anybody that's like alone to anybody that doesn't have other people like them. Race, gender, color, um, religion, your frame of mind, how you think, what you do, and who you are. Um, I moved around a lot for schools, so I've been alone, and I've also had like friend groups, and my friend groups always weren't the same race as me. Like I wasn't hanging out with black guys all the time or different people, but I found a niche, you know.
Mm.
But a minority, I think, is somebody that is more or less alone.
So would you consider yourself to be a minority?
I think I can choose to be a minority. I think like if I just ate dinner with the baseball guys, and it was four of us, and like our group of four was a minority among probably like the 50 people in the cast. And if I wanted to, I could have gone and said by myself, and then I could have been a minority among the other guys too. So you can choose to be a minority, or you can really have the choice taken away from you by like something else. I think I looked up to athletes. I think I looked up to movies and what I saw, like Will Smith on Fresh Prince or something like that. Um, I grew up in the suburbs, so I was a minority. I think my parents tried hard to put me with other little black kids that went to school so I could hang out and like know what it was like, I guess. I think for a while I was sheltered to like what was really out there and like history really and what had happened up to where I was. Like I didn't realize what it took from my parents, everything they went through, um, going to college, getting jobs, moving from the inner city to out. Like I didn't know about most of that until I was a teenager. So growing up, I was just kind of blind to it. Today is very diverse. Like you have so many people in music, so many different artists who have so many different styles. Like you really truly can be anything that represents yourself now. And I think that's always been there. I think you've had a lot of different people. I think of like Lauryn Hill and I think about like Kanye. I think about a progression like in the early 2000s, like after the 90s and how people kind of stood out by like ultimately being themselves. And I think that's a great thing that's continued and now you have even more of that.
Is there another like public figure that you look up to?
In all of media,
In all of entertainment
all of
specifically.
entertainment.
Specifically entertainment today. Is there any specific person or even like a few people that you really look
Yeah.
up to?
I think the first one off the top of my head is The Rock. He's like how he transcended different industries is really cool to me. Um, I think Logic and J. Cole related to music. Um, I think of like different producers that I don't know that had roles in companies and in record labels helping artists get found. You know, that's kind of where I think.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. I mean, The Rock really does have a diverse career.
Yeah,
That's one way of putting it, a
yeah,
diverse career.
yeah. I think there's still a box around what women are known to be able to do, and I think there's still like stereotypes about what a woman should push to do or where they should go. Like
Yeah, so who do you feel like is a good example of someone who has broken that stereotype of a woman?
I think about like Beyonce, and I think about like Rihanna and how they were superstars, right, and music icons. But I think about like younger artists like Billie Eilish and like Cardi B and how they're kind of free to do their own thing, and maybe that was taken from somebody else, and they took it a different direction. And I think women need more of that because in men artists, that's everywhere. Like everybody's done a style, done the same style, grown from it, and made it their own. I think there's just less women out there that get known and get seen from it. And if somebody has a quality opinion, but they're scared because of circumstances to say it, then it's just an unknown opinion. And to people trying to run the show, um, it won't be, and they won't have a decision to make. They can't influence it. I just wish that it was funny because we were at dinner. We were just talking about how if somebody is like white or Caucasian and they're telling a story about a guy, and they're like, "Well, it was a black guy," and I'm not trying to be racist by that, but why do they even have to say that at all? And I think there's a lot of assumed stereotypes or just feelings that have happened over the past forever because that's what we know. Um, that I think if we could all just take a step back from, I think diversity and minorities and even majorities sometimes would see how we have a lot more in common